Hey, hello everyone, welcome back to another video of my channel. I am Kishalay, hope you all are doing well. So GATE result will be up within next few weeks, and then the students will have a confusion that which college they should go for their higher studies like MTech or MTech research or PhD, which college they should choose for their respective curriculum that they want to pursue. Now here they have two choices, either they can go for IISc Bangalore if they have a very good GATE rank, or they can go for any of the IITs. Like IISc Bangalore compared to other IITs, there are some key aspects. Based on that, you can discuss the pros and cons of these two institutions, and that I am going to discuss in this particular video. I'll discuss in details about these key aspects like course curriculum, research, placement, all of these things of IISc Bangalore versus different IITs. That I am going to discuss in this particular video. I hope this will help students to decide in a better way that which colleges suit them based on their capability and based on their aspiration that they are looking for from the higher studies. So that will be the content of this video. So if you want to know detail about it, please stay to this video till end. And before starting the video, as I always say, if you are new to this particular channel, please subscribe my channel and hit the bell icon so that you get all the notifications regularly. And if you like this video, don't forget to hit the like button. Without further delay, let's get started into today's video. So let's first talk about the course structure in these institutions. For any discipline, the course structure at IISc Bangalore is very well structured and well maintained. In the first semester of your MTech curriculum, you will be taught the basic fundamental topics that is required for your advanced level topics that you will be learning from the next semester. So the first semester, only the prerequisite part will be covered, and from the next semester onwards, they will dive into the advanced level subjects or advanced level topic that is there in your curriculum, which will lead to a particular specialization on the subject. For example, if you pursue MTech in CSE or AI or CDS department in IISc Bangalore, in the first semester they will teach you basic data structure algorithm, linear algebra, probability, and some basic system level courses which probably you have learned during your GATE preparation also. The subjects are there in the GATE preparation also. They will teach you in an advanced level, but those prerequisite subjects only will be covered in the first semester. And from the next semester onwards, they will start teaching machine learning, then AI, advanced level algorithm courses, natural language processing, computer vision. So all these advanced level topics they will start covering from the second semester onwards. So this way, IISc gives you a complete roadmaps towards your specialization on the particular discipline or subjects that you are looking for. This is really a good course structure that IISc provides, because it's very easy to follow for tier 2 tier 3 college students who is coming from there to IISc, this new education system, and also helpful for those students who doesn't have any prior knowledge on these advanced level topics like machine learning or AI. On the other hand, these IITs, their courses are mostly focused on the BTech students, so they are not focused for the MTech students. So that's why though the courses will be there, all sorts of courses that is available in IISc also will be available in IITs also, but these sorts of roadmaps you will not be getting in IITs. For example, if you are doing your MTech in CSE from IIT Bombay or IIT Kharagpur, in the first semester itself you have to take machine learning courses. So there will be no such kind of prerequisite courses like linear probability offered for the MTech students. So that is only offered for the BTech students in their second or third semester. So MTech students are not privileged to have linear probability in their first semester. They have to choose machine learning or AI related courses in the first semester itself. So that's kind of a bit of difficult thing for the tier 2 or tier 3 college students who have cracked GATE and come to IIT system, because machine learning will be new to them. This advanced level topic in the first semester will be new to them, and wherever they will struggle to understand the linear algebra and probability part, they have to go back and study the linear algebra probability by their own, and this is how they have to manage it. So it's a bit difficult for the new students to getting adjusted into this new academia system, but it's not impossible also. Every year lots of students are coming and they are managing, but the idea is that the course structure in IITs, they are focusing on for the BTech students, so that's why for the MTech student it's a bit difficult to follow. But on the other hand, in IISc, as there is no BTech students, they are designing the course structure thinking about MTech students, so that's why they are providing kind of a roadmap which is a bit easier to follow for the students, new students who is coming directly from the Tier 2 and Tier 3 colleges. But on the other hand, IITs will provide some lab courses to the MTech students in their curriculum, which IISc doesn't provide. For example, again, I am taking the example of MTech in CSE or AI from different IITs. For example, if you join MTech in CSE and AI at IIT Bombay or IIT Kharagpur, then there are some mandatory courses, that is lab courses for you, that you must credit during your MTech curriculum. For example, in IIT Kharagpur, you have to credit a lab course called Design Lab. And the Design Lab, they will teach you how to design some system or system level software, and that will give you a flavor of how to do system level software coding, which will eventually help you in the placement. So this is something that IIT always provide you, so that you do some sort of lab courses, so that you have this habit of doing coding, and that eventually helps you in the placement. But in IISc, there is no such concept of having any lab as a part of your MTech CSE curriculum. So in IISc, most of the subjects that you have to credit is the theoretical subject, until unless you are doing some sort of science domain, there will be some labs. But for engineering domain, typically there is no labs that is provided for the students, and here I personally feel that there is a lack of hands-on session for the MTech students that is necessary for them for their placement. Next is difficulty level of the courses in IISc Bangalore and in different IITs. Frankly speaking, I haven't attended all the IITs courses, so I am not aware about all the IITs course difficulty. But I have seen the difficulty level in IISc Bangalore and IIT Kharagpur, and based on that, I can give my opinion. So if you ask me, I personally feel the courses that is there in IISc Bangalore is very much hectic. They are mostly math driven, and when you have 100 marks allotted for a particular course, I have seen in IISc Bangalore 70 to 80% is on how you are performing, either in your exams or in the theoretical assignment. The part of coding and project is 20 to 30%. On the other hand, in IIT Kharagpur, I have seen they are giving more weightage on hands-on things, like 30% on the project. Then there will be some coding assignment. So all of these things are there, and if you think carefully, that all these things are actually the part where you can score, because in project, in coding assignment, you can think at your home and you can perform. But if you have to appear in the exam and you have to do well in the exam, that's a bit difficult for any student. So that's why I feel that in the courses that IISc offered, that is a bit hectic. And also in IISc, the courses are math driven. Mostly they are math driven, and you have to do a lot of proofs and all in any course that you are crediting in IISc Bangalore. Even in the exam also, they ask a lot of proofs, because most of the courses are math driven, so they ask you a lot of proofs in the exam, in the assignments. But in IIT Kharagpur, they are mostly on the applied part. I mean, they will teach you a lot of things, but they will ask you the numerical questions, and based on some fundamental application of those concepts. So that's why, what is my personal feeling is that in IIT Kharagpur, getting a good grade is a bit easier compared to IISc Bangalore. The next important factor, or the next important thing, is that IITs has BTech students, whereas IISc there is no BTech students. So if you select to join any IIT for your MTech, in your department there will be lot of BTech students, whereas if you join IISc Bangalore, there will be no BTech students. Now, having BTech students in your department or in your institution has its own advantages and disadvantages. So let's first talk about what are the disadvantages it has. First of all, you will be crediting courses where these BTech students also will be, doing the course with you. Now, these BTech students by default, they are very good. A few of them are actually genius, because they have cracked this JEE exam. For example, you join IIT Bombay, probably you are doing courses with JEE topper, top 10 or top 50 rankers, and they are super intelligent. Frankly speaking, they are more intelligent than the GATE toppers. Now, whenever they will be also creating the course that you are creating, it's more likely they will be having good grades. They'll be having 10 or 9 in those grades. And in IIT, the grading system is relative. That means how good you are compared to other students, based on that, your grade will be decided. It's not absolute, like you are getting 80 means you will be getting 9 or something. That's not like that. It's a relative grading that is being followed in all IITs and IISc Bangalore. So, if there is a lot of BTech students who is creating the same course with you, your chance of getting an average grading is kind of increasing. So probably BTech students will be getting 9 or 10, and then you'll be getting 8 or 7. And courses like AI, data structure algorithm, these are very popular courses. Most of the time, all the BTech students in CSE, also the MTech students, they will be creating the courses. And there, what I have seen is that MTech students used to get 6, 7, or 8, this kind of average grading. So that's the main problem. You have to work really hard to compete with these BTech students in the courses, so that you can maintain a good CGPA in your curriculum. The next important thing is you also have to compete with these BTech students during your placement, because in IITs, the placement happen together. I mean, all the companies they used to visit, they recruit both BTech and MTech students. So they will take interview of BTech students also or MTech students also. So again, as I said, that they are super intelligent, they know all the technical stuff, probably they know better than you. So their chance of getting selected to any company is more than you. So you have to work really, really hard to get selected for any particular company, because there will be very, very few companies who will be coming to take dedicatedly MTech students. So there will be very few number of companies will be there. Most of the companies, they will interview BTech and MTech student together. So that's why you have to work really, really hard in the placement also and in the courses also in IITs. On the other hand, if you join IISc Bangalore, there is no BTech students. You just have to compete with your fellow MTech students. So in the classes also, only the MTech students will be. So this kind of problem you will not be facing if you join IISc Bangalore, but you will be facing obviously if you join IITs for your MTech curriculum. And the next disadvantage is TA duty, because in IITs there is a lot of BTech students, and there are a lot of courses which is dedicatedly for BTech students. Like there are a lot of labs that is there, like programming lab and some computer lab. These kind of labs are there that is for BTech students, and BTech has their dedicated classes also. In those courses, IITs need a lot of TAs because there are a lot of courses dedicatedly for BTech students, and they need TAs for it, and PhD students are not sufficient to complete all these courses. So that's why in IITs you have to do TASIP also. So on average in a week you have to do 6 to 8 hours of TASIP, and it's a must do. I mean, if you don't do TASIP, you will not be getting stipend or scholarship that you will get monthly. On the other hand, in IISc there is no BTech students. So there is no dedicated lab courses or theory courses for BTech students. So there is no need for MTech students to do TASIP. Whatever courses that is there, PhD student can alone handle, because the course strength is also very limited in IISc Bangalore. In IITs, many a times I have seen these popular courses, the course strength is 150, 140, 150. On the other hand, a big course in IISc Bangalore is like 60 or 70, the half of the course of any IITs. So that's why in IISc Bangalore, MTech students, they typically don't need to do any TSE. They will get the stipend of 14,000 or 13,000 for free. So this is one of the two major disadvantages of having BTech students in your institution. But having BTech students has its advantages also. First advantage is the first part. You have to compete with BTech students in courses and placement. That makes you better, because when the environment is tough, it brings out the best from yourself. So that's why if you are serious about your MTech curriculum, if you really want to do well in your MTech, if you really want to get something from your MTech curriculum, then you will actually work hard in the courses also to compete with the BTech students, and also in the placement. So that is actually an opportunity that you excel yourself, you push your boundary, and you learn more from while competing with these BTech students. So this way, if you think having a tough competition with BTech students both in courses and curriculum, that actually makes the MTech student better. Second is, because of the BTech students, there are a lot of companies used to visit these IITs, and compared to IISc Bangalore, if you see, I have shared the data, recent placement data also, you will see the lot of companies that visited IIT campus. So now, it's the MTech people's responsibility how well they prepare and whether they can grab the job from those companies. So number of companies visiting IITs are much more than IISc Bangalore in nowadays, and that's because of these BTech students, because IIT BTech is a brand. So everybody will come to IIT campus just because of that IIT BTech brand. So they are actually, the things is happening. A lot of companies are coming, and if MTech students can perform well, they will be getting selected, these big companies. For example, if I take the example of CSE and AI domain, you will see a lot of big names are coming to IITs, but they are not visiting IISc Bangalore in recent times. For example, Microsoft, Google, Apple, they haven't visited IISc Bangalore last time, but they have come to all IITs. Though, like Google haven't taken MTech students from all IITs, but they have visited the campus and they have taken students from few IITs. I think from IIT Madras, they have taken student, IIT Kanpur, they have taken student, IIT Bombay also they have taken students. So the point is, because there is this BTech students, all big names will come to your campus during the placement session. Now it's your responsibility how well you will perform in the placement session. You will be having the job or not, that will be depending. On the other hand, IISc, there is no BTech students, so there I personally feel because of that, maybe sometimes the big companies are not coming to the campus. And the next advantage is these BTech students will work with you during your MTech thesis project. So if you are someone who is serious about your MTech thesis project and thinking about having a paper from your thesis project, the BTech student can be part of your team, because most of the time under a professor, there will be lot of MTech students working and also some BTech students working, because BTech student also has to do a BTech thesis project, or BTP they call in short. So BTech students and MTech student can work together in a project, and here actually BTech student can help you technically. For example, if you are doing a machine learning based project or AI based project, the MTech student can think about the designing part, but BTech can actually do the coding part. They are, as I said, they are skilled, they know the technical part very well. So if you have a BTech student in your team, in your project, you can utilize him or her for doing the technical part, like running the experiment, doing all sort of coding and all, and you can think about how to write the paper and all. So having a BTech students, this is one of the biggest advantages, that in your MTech thesis, the workload will be distributed, and if you are planning to have a paper from a MTech thesis project, this will be really helpful. On the other hand, IISc Bangalore, there is no opportunity or no option of having a BTech student in your team. You have to do all the work by your own. Maybe you will have a PhD student sometime, but yeah, PhD student will not help you in coding and experiments. So they will maybe will give you the idea, but you have to implement everything by your own. So these are the advantages also is there if there is a BTech students in your institution. Next is placement. So first of all, IISc Bangalore placement timing is a bit different than all the IITs. In all IITs, placement used to happen at the end of third semester, that is in the month of December. But in IISc Bangalore, placement happened in between of third semester, around October mid. After this puja vacation, they used to start their placement session. Now this timing has its own pros and cons. The advantage of having placement in between October for IISc Bangalore is that they are starting placement a bit earlier. So obviously all the companies, they are coming to IISc Bangalore. They haven't recruited anyone, because this is the first campus they are visiting. So they will have more vacancies, and they can offer more job offers for the MTech students who are appearing for the placement. But the disadvantage is, it might happen that many companies are not interested to take any student during that time, because when these IITs used to have their placement in the month of December, that is kind of a placement festival for India, because all IITs are having the placement session together, and all the BTech and MTech students are appearing. So it might happen that companies are kind of planning to take more students during that time, not in the October meet. And also, in IISc Bangalore, as students might take few courses also in the third semester. So it's a bit difficult for the students also to manage those courses at the same time prepare for the placement. On the other hand, in IITs, because it will happen after third semester, so when the semester is wrapped up, now student can focus for the placement session. So these are the few pros and cons that people have, and I personally feel IISc is struggling in the placement in recent times because of this fact. Maybe the big companies are not ready to take any students during this October meet. Probably they are planning to take students in the December. So this is one thing that I personally feel, because of that IISc struggled a lot. The second important thing is, because in IIT there is a lot of BTech students, the student involvement in the placement cell is more in IITs than IISc Bangalore. In IISc Bangalore, they have a placement team, and they mostly operate or conduct all these coordination with different companies and all. But in IITs, in placement cell, the involvement of BTech and MTech students is more. Finally, the placement statistics, it's a bit unpredictable to, predict how the placement will happen after 2 years, because whoever will be joining this year, their placement will happen after 1.5 years. But this year placement statistics I have already shared with you guys in my channel. There is a playlist. I will be giving the link in the description. You can go and check it out. It has been observed that IISc Bangalore placement is not that good. IIT Delhi also, I have done the last video based on the RTI response. There also placement is not that good for all the departments. IIT Kharagpur also, the placement is okay. But IIT Madras, IIT Kanpur, they have done really great in placement. IIT Bombay also is good, but again, these IITs I have already filed the RTI. Then when the response will come, I'll share with you. Next is research. As I've already mentioned in my last video, that as a MTech student, you will hardly get any time to do research. And why so? That I have explained in my last video, and I explained that 95% students, MTech students in any discipline for their MTech curriculum, they don't do much of research work as a part of their MTech thesis. Now, if there is someone who is really interested to do research as a part of their MTech thesis or MTech project, any IITs or IISc Bangalore will be suitable for you. So don't just go with this vague ranking that IISc Bangalore is number 1, IIT Bombay is number 2. These rankings are baseless. So what you need to do is that you have to find out which particular sub area of your discipline you are interested in, and you have to find out that which IIT or IISc Bangalore is doing great research on that particular domain. Because in all IITs and IISc, there are a lot of good researchers, but it is not that all IITs or IISc Bangalore is doing great research in all of the sub areas of your discipline. For example, it's my personal opinion that in AI or machine learning domain, IIT Bombay, Delhi, they are doing better research than IISc Bangalore overall. So that's why it's you have to do a survey. You have to see the professor profile and their Google Scholar link, their H index, I index, citation. Just go and have a look, and then decide that which particular professor you are looking for, and based on that join a particular IIT and IISc. So they all are good. They are doing great research, but yeah, all are not good in all domain of your discipline. There are few professor in few IITs. They are doing a good research in a particular domain. So yeah, that's it guys. That's it about the video. I hope I have given you a brief idea about the pros and cons of doing your MTech or higher studies from different IITs and IISc Bangalore. And I hope this will help you to decide that which institution suits you more. And apart from these academic, aspects, there are other aspects also like extracurricular activity and cultural events. And there, all the IITs are almost equally good. I mean, there are a lot of fairs, tech fest is going on every month in IITs and IISc Bangalore also nowadays. And there are a lot of clubs is there. Like if someone is interested in dancing, acting, if you're interested in sports, there is good sports infrastructure in all IITs and IISc Bangalore. So other things are there. I mean, it's not only about academia. There are a lot of people who even flourish in other areas also. So you can do whatever you want to do. It's not like that you have to do only good in academia or research. You can do other things also in IITs, and that is available for all the students, and that the infrastructure is equally good in all IITs and IISc Bangalore. So yeah, that's it guys. That's it about this video. If you like this video, don't forget to hit the like button and share this video with other people. And if you are new to this particular channel, again I'm requesting, please subscribe my channel and hit the bell icon so that you get all the notifications regularly. That's it about this video. I'll be meeting in my next video. Until then, bye.